Imagine a way to drastically cut the number of deaths on America's roads, to spare many from fatal disease, something that could reduce violence and even unwanted pregnancies. Well, it actually exists, and it's one of the most effective public health policies the government could ever champion. But most politicians won't go near it, and you're probably not going to like it much either. America has a drug problem.
American communities have been torn apart by
the highly potent synthetic opioid fentanyl.
No, not that drug problem. I'm talking about one of America's most popular drugs. Now, before you click away and pour yourself a stiff drink, this isn't a call for prohibition. The problem is excessive drinking and the lives it destroys. It might not seem like a big deal, but look at this graph. Here are drug deaths over the last 2 decades, and here's alcohol. It's killed way more people than each of those other drugs. The graph doesn't even include the majority of cases where alcohol contributed to fatal falls, deadly car crashes, and drownings. We all agree fentanyl is causing a national crisis, so why don't we say the same about alcohol? Excessive drinking costs the nation $249 billion a year, and an abundance of heartache.
A big jump in cases of alcohol-induced liver disease.
Alcoholic hepatitis.
Being drunk and slamming into a car, killing 3 people.
And alcohol is what brought them to the emergency room.
How quickly it's deteriorating.
In fact, during the pandemic, lawmakers actually made it easier to drink.
To-go drinks permanent in New York.
We all know that there is one simple measure that will save thousands of young lives.
The government has tried loads of fixes over the years.
Or if we raise the drinking age to 21.
Not to mention some ideas that didn't pan out so well. But there's one approach, backed by decades of research no less, that could make a huge difference. And this is the bit you're probably not going to like.
Okay, everybody. Taxes!
It's this simple. Raising taxes on alcohol makes people drink less. And we know that from decades of research. When we drink less, guess what goes down? Liver disease, violence, and even sexually transmitted infections. These aren't just theoretical studies. Look at Maryland. When lawmakers there increased the alcohol sales tax, the rate of serious car crashes involving alcohol fell by 6%. In Alaska, a small tax increase led to an 11% drop in deaths caused by alcohol-related disease. And alcohol taxes are fair. If you don't drink, you don't pay. And people who drink more pay more. No wonder public health officials around the world love this idea.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
It is, in short, a no-brainer. And yet, American politicians show a stunning reluctance to raise taxes on alcohol. Many states haven't increased theirs in at least 20 years. New Mexico hasn't increased their tax in 3 decades. Oh, and by the way, they hold the title for the highest alcohol death rate in the country. Oregon last raised its beer tax in 1977. And Wyoming, not since FDR was in the White House.
Read my lips. No new taxes.
The last president who oversaw a hike in federal alcohol taxes?
Do you believe it will hurt your credibility?
No.
In fact, American voters have a long history of punishing politicians for increasing alcohol taxes. A whiskey tax in 1791 went down so badly it caused an insurrection. The threat of political suicide, and of course the mighty alcohol lobby, ensure that our politicians continue to ignore this life-saving policy.
Lawmakers are getting the message. In this election year, don't raise taxes.
Except, don't we elect them to make unpopular decisions like this? Sure, no one wants to pay more taxes, but the benefits of this are so clear. Are there enough leaders out there with the conviction to make the case?